Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and I have a really special show for you. This is the hottest comics of the week, and we're going to get right into it. There's a bit of a theme. The first book on this list is not actually a big sale. Well, it is a big sale, but it's not a record sale. It's actually showing a bit of a trend, a negative trend, and I want to get into it. It is well, it's not Captain Marvel, but it's Captain Marvel's Marvel Family #1. It's Marvel Family #1 from 1945, December 1945. And it is a great book. I mean, it is the first appearance of the Black Adam. And the reason I put this book on the list is this was a sale that I was actually tracking. It was one that I kind of wanted to see how this book would perform in light of two things. One, the Black Adam movie and how it performed, and the release of the Shazam movie, the second Shazam movie. And I was curious if there would be a bit of a recovery, because this book had, some pretty big sales in the past and had fallen from that. And I'll get into that more in detail in a minute. So this book just sold for $6,300. Now that's a big sale. I mean, it's a 2.5. It's a low, it's a low grade, but pretty expensive book for a 2.5. There are 138 on the census and 149 altogether. 138 universal and 149 altogether. The record sale was back in June of 2022. And it sold for $10,200. Now, just to show you how much this book had fallen, in January of this year, it sold for $7,541.87. So that was in January. Now we're looking at $6,300. So this book is way off its record, and it's consistently dropping. Now, just to give you a sense, I actually almost picked up a copy of this book back in 2019, I think it was, around 2019, 2020 range. It was somewhere in there. And it was around $2,000 at the time for this grade. So, it had gone up a lot, and now it seems to be retreating in price. So even Golden Age books can drop in value. And that, it really shows the effect of the movie. A lot of hype was around that movie, and what people expected was that this Marvel Family 1 would continue to climb because of, The Rock being attached to it and potential sequels and multiple series out of it. Didn't happen. There's not going to be a Black Adam 2, and it really was kind of a dead end, which is a shame because it's a great character. It's a shame that nothing is going to happen with it, but that's the way it works. So that is Marvel Family #1, and it was not a record sale, and actually shows a continual dropping in this book. So kind of a little bit worrying, but that is something to watch out for. So the next one, #4 on the list. And this is, again, I'm really focusing on Captain Marvel books this week. Not all the books on this list are Captain Marvel, but this one is a big Captain Marvel book. This is Captain Marvel Adventures #18. And this is the first appearance of Mary Marvel. And also the Marvel family. So if you watched the Shazam first movie and the second movie, Mary Marvel is kind of a major character in Shazam, and also the Marvel family is a group of people that are major characters within the Shazam movie. So this book, really is going to get influenced by how successful or how bad the movie is performing. So the movie, I checked it on Rotten Tomatoes. It had a 30% score from the critics, but audience score was like 80 plus. So the audience loved it. Critics didn't like it so much, which is usually a good sign, by the way. I enjoyed the movie. So this movie is not performing that well, but this book is beating the the trend of the performance of the movie. So this last sale was for $2,951 for a 4.5. That's a good sale. That's actually a fairly strong sale. The last sale before this was for $2,277, and that was in 2022. And then the record, so that's like prior movie, and like so, it shows that it's kind of gone up since that movie. But the record was back in 2018. So way back when, 2018, this book had sold for $4,000. So this actually shows a bit of a trend where, yes, it's down from its all-time record, but it's up 50% almost, about 40% actually, from its last sale. So and that was prior movies. So a little bit of a recovery for this book. And that's a good sign. So the first book, totally down. Second book, showing recovery. Well, let's see what the third book says. Okay, so, for Captain Marvel Adventures number 18, it was from December 1942. There are 173 copies on the census, and 154 of those are universal labels. Now let's get into the third book. The third book is, again, a Captain Marvel Adventures. Now this is a non-movie related key. But it is a key, but it's not related to Shazam, the movies, in any way. So it's just really based on collectors of the Golden Age. This is Captain Marvel Adventures number 4. It is CC Beck cover. Sort of an iconic cover. It's early Captain Marvel Adventures, so it is key for people who collect Captain Marvel. It has a Hitler appearance inside. It also features the 3 Marvel lieutenants, Lieutenant Marvels, I should say, and it's kind of one of those books like early Captain Marvel that people would collect. So how did it perform? Well, it sold in a 4.0 for now a new record of $1,100. It actually was one of those ones where it was available on eBay. It had an original price of $1,300, and there was a best offer, and the best offer was accepted at $1,100. The prior record for this book was $852. So it is up from its prior record. There are 59 copies on the census that are universal labels and 68 altogether. So not a bad sale. So it shows that even though some of the books related to the movies and the hype around them might be kind of going all over the place, the ones that are sort of true, tried and tested books that aren't hype affected are still performing well. So that's why I kind of wanted to show all 3 of those books to give you a bit of a sense of, earlier movies, current movie, and books that aren't related to the movies, and show you how each played out. The next book is totally not related to Captain Marvel. So if you don't really find Captain Marvel or Shazam interesting, well, this book is for you. This is Batman number 4, and this is a big book. This is an important book. It actually has the first mention of Gotham City in it, so it's kind of a key for Batman collectors. It also has a very interesting thing. It has the very first appearance of the Joker's hideout, which I'm going to try to pronounce. And I always mess up pronunciation, so bear with me on pronunciation. It's Hacienda. Hacienda. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. So, and it also has the 4th appearance of the Joker. So Batman 4, just a big key from January 1941. Now, there are 191 universal copies of this book and 277 graded altogether. And this was a big sale. This was it was a best offer again. It had a best offer. The original price was $9,500, and the best offer that was accepted was $7,750 for a CGC 4.5 grade. Now that is a big sale because the prior sale to this book, the prior record was $6,600 in 2021. So this is a really big sale for this book. Even though they asked for a discount, it still set a record. This is a Bob Kane cover. It is just a major book for Batman collectors. So it just shows that there is some strength in the Golden Age. So this one is Batman 4, January 1941. Just a really great book to pick up. Okay, next. And this last book is a mega key for me. It's a personal key. I actually have this book, and I actually have a book my copy is actually in higher grade than the one that sold. So so seeing this sale really made me excited. So this is Terry Toons number 38 from 1945. It is the first appearance of Mighty Mouse, and I'm a big fan of Mighty Mouse. I have like sort of nostalgic memories of Mighty Mouse, and so this is a really great book. It's timely, so early Marvel is timely. There are only 44 copies on the census in Universal and altogether, so it's just a really really rare book compared to everything else that we looked on this list. Only 44 copies. Now this sale was a new record. It was for a 2.5. It was again another best offer where it was listed at $5,000 and it sold for $4,000. So that sounds like, oh, they got a good price discount, but this is a huge sale actually. $4,000 for a 2.5. Mine's a 4.0. I paid $900 for my copy, just so you know. The previous record for this book was $931, and that was back in January of 2021. So this is 4 times, like a 400% increase, a little bit more than 400% increase for this book. Just a huge sale. This is, maybe one of those one-off sales, but this is a massive sale. Makes me feel really happy about my book that it's worth a lot more now. So this is just a big sale for a really cool book. So it's Terry Toons number 38 from 1945. Just a great first appearance of Mighty Mouse, and a record sale of 400% up. That's just so insane. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please, I enjoy people's comments in the, when they mention, oh, did you see this sale or whatever. I love hearing those things, so sure, just keep coming with the comments, and please give this video a thumbs up, and check out my other videos. If you like this one, you might like some of my other videos. So thanks again for watching. Bye for now.